But why are all these things wrong? Why are all these things Zach? That's the question.
What?
Everybody's
What?
Zach.
Why are you asking
Oh,
me?
there we go.
Game.
There's one. It looks like we're live again. We're back. Sorry,
Sweet.
guys. We went down for a bit.
Hello,
I got
hello,
Aiden
people.
back. There we go. We're all
Very
set.
good.
Nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. Yes.
Nope, nothing bad happened.
Wait. What?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
What's wrong?
I was buffering on Twitch. It looks like we're back. My connection for some reason is not great. I have to figure out why. My internet's been shit the last couple days. But we are all right now, I think.
Awesome.
Let me know, everyone, if we're back here. It says we're offline, but or my number says we're offline, but I think we should be fine. We're
Let's see here.
still online. I'm asking in chat. We're still online. Yes, we are up. There we go. Cool.
We are up.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Karak swung with her axe and missed. And what were you asking immediately before we went down?
She's gonna go into a frenzied rage.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the last time she frenzied raged. If that was because it gives you a level of exhaustion. I'm trying to remember.
She hasn't
the
done.
last
She
time.
hasn't done it. I don't think.
Oh, okay, but anyway, so she's gonna frenzied rage, and then she can't take the extra attack that is the benefit of that until
Not this
the
turn.
next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's done.
All
Right
right.
Okay.
That means that we are going next to the top of the round. I passed Gwyn, but we'll take his turn. As you guys are in the chamber here,
Yeah.
as you guys are sort of fighting, you're live. Yeah, we're up. Sorry, people are still talking in chat. You guys hear all of a sudden a kind of a loud crash, like shaking and crashing noise.
Do
and
I know what that is?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Probably gonna have another guest for the party.
Looks like it. Because what we're facing now isn't already.
No, that's
already
not
creating this.
enough. No.
Definitely not enough.
Okay, so as you guys
Warming
as you
up.
guys hear, you guys feel the walls shuddering and shaking. The sort of air hums with static, kind of crackling electricity, and you see Quinn kind of tense up as the hair on the back of all your necks kind of stands up for a second, and you hear just a loud. And you see that tube coming out of the top of the reactor core, which is these two giant
Yeah.
cylinders. There's a tube that leads up into the ceiling. You guys see all of a sudden it lights up with kind of a brilliant firing energy as Mayanda is gonna kind of turn in. As the room starts shuddering and shaking, and it doesn't really stop, she kind of turns in anger, looking at this reactor and says, "No! What have you done?"
Oh,
Con-
good.
Connor kept his word.
Is it? Are we? Wait, we're still in combat, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Killer.
I'm gonna close my eyes, and I am going to reach out hard, even if I am having visions.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
I'm gonna reach out hard to the master, and then I'm gonna wait like a fraction of a second to see if he responds. No? Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Firebringer sent some cheer, and I was as he cheers for the reactor meltdown. What were you looking for?
No, I said I close my eyes and wait for a fraction of a second to see if there's any reaction for the master when I reach out to him.
What do you want to know?
I don't know anything per se, but I'm trying to ask if he could provide me some way
A little
of more
boost.
intimidating.
You gotta sell the soul of your not yet born firstborn.
You kind of close your eyes, and as you do your best to drown out the rumbling of the chamber, the kind of hum, the pulsing, loud, kind of ear-splitting hum of the reactor next to you, and the sound of combat. You do your best to sort of mentally reach out into the void where you know your dark patron resides, and you kind of wordlessly, make your pleading request to him. And for a long pause, there is just silence. And then, after you kind of are waiting for something to happen, you almost sort of feel your skin on your wrist begin to ripple.
Ooh. I open my eyes. I don't know what this is going to do, but all right. And I cast Witch Bolt, Hadouken style, at Mayanda.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can cast your spell, and you will, you absolutely, because you
Oh, not Witch
petitioned.
Bolt, sorry. Eldritch Blast.
Yes,
Sorry.
you petitioned, so you will take a little bit of a gift, but it will also cost you something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that something will probably be in a cost of self or sanity, one of the two. You're
Yeah.
not quite sure which.
Okay. I'm game.
All right, go ahead and make your spell.
I cast Eldritch Blast, but I
Remember,
took the...
you do have a nat 20 if you need to use it.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I do need a roll for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll 1d20. And plus 3, 13 plus charisma, 16.
16 will just hit.
Yes.
As you-
I took Grasp of Hadar in Unearthed Arcana, which gives me 10 feet pushback.
Okay. So first of all, as you feel the skin on your wrist kind of ripple, which is your dominant hand? Which hand are you firing the witch bolt out of?
Left hand's on top, being dominant.
Okay. So as you look down at your wrist, it's almost like the veins in your arms begin to sort of ripple like moving worms under your skin, and as they kind of push their way, like there's a pressure in your arm, like someone cut off the blood flow or something. As you push, you don't know what to do. You just sort of reach your hand out and you cast this spell, and as you feel the kind of eldritch magic travel up your arm, as soon as it hits your wrist and out your palm, your hand is going to burst.
Ouch.
As the palm of your skin is just going to like burst open, and these sort of like long, thin tendrils are going to kind of like emerge from this gaping hole in your palm as this pulse of energy fires forward and is going to smash into Mayanda. So go ahead and roll me the damage on that.
Let me see. I forget what the damage is. I really
1d10.
1d10. Thank you.
Oh wait, you had 5, right?
I'm at 4.
Yeah, 1d10.
1d10. Yep.
Mhm.
Where's my d10? Here it is. Oh, right. I can use the thing. Roll 1d10. 10.
Nice. All right.
As I'm firing, I'm gonna sort of shout whisper to Mayanda. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I'm gonna shout whisper to Mayanda. Look what I will sacrifice for my lord. What will you do?
All right. And so as your streaking witch bolt or your streaking eldritch blast is going to smash into her, it's also going to knock her back 10 feet.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I've aimed it so she drops off the platform.
Well, it's going to be in a straight line, so that means she is going to go 10 feet that way
Yep.
So she is going to be blasted as she turns towards you. You are going to hit her square in the chest as your bolt is going to send her flying, and as she impacts the side of her robot, she's gonna like smash into it and then kind of drop down to the ground and end up kind of like on her, almost on her back, kind of on the ground, as she's not really prepared for that. As you just watch as there's just like this kind of like black smoke issuing from your palm, and you guys see as Mayonda lands on the floor, there's kind of like this smoking purplish black emanating from her chest as she took that pretty heavily.
Nice.
Where is your
Quinn-
god now, robot?
Nice.
Quinn next to him shoots him like the most annoyed look. She's like, dude, I just climbed up here.
I'm terribly sorry. I have a stump on my hand now, right?
Your hand is kind of in tatters. If you imagine like if you imagine
It's
something,
like spaghetti.
there's like this strange like eldritch spaghetti tentacles hanging out of like it's like your wrist kind of like your palm is still there. I guess what's left of the fingers are still there, and there's this gaping hole with this kind of like twinging tentacle like
As soon
stuff
as Quinn
coming
says
out.
what he says, I'm gonna just raise the hand like, yeah, I'm sorry, and just sort of overly flop the tentacles around.
While I personally rejoice at that transformation, Robin will give you a slightly disturbed look when she sees that going up.
All right. So that means it's the robot's turn, and it is going to. Oh man. You know what it's gonna do? It is going to make a strength check.
Oh.
That is gonna be +4 with. Okay. It is going to make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh, not great. You see it kind of with its claw arm. It kind of attempts to
Draw looks up,
lift Karak up, and you see it's gonna like it is basically attempting to throw her through the door. However, it does not get her particularly far, so it's basically gonna drop her like right here, as it kind of reaches forward and lets her go as she kind of lands like not hard. She's gonna catch her balance and sort of right herself really quickly, but it is going to spin around and make a like a wild slam attack at Robin, because you are nearby. So that is 18 against you.
Yep. Well,
All right. 1d4 plus 3 for 5 damage.
alrighty.
As it kind of spins on its gyros. Mayonda, however, is going to, still on the ground, she's going, as she gets up, she's going to take her pistol and aim it at, aim it at Quinn and fire a bolt of flame at him.
Oh, let me check his AC.
That is going to be 20 plus 6, 17.
Yep, that's it.
All right, 1d6 plus 1 is going to be 3 fire damage to him as he just manages to kind of pull himself out of the way at the last second, but he is going to get singed by that as she rises to her feet and is going to take this spot right here. And she's going to kind of wheel around, sort of her gaze focusing on Robin and the back at Quinn and Gwyn, and she says, "My master will make all of you pay. His power is due."
What? You're sounding a little weak there.
As she's
Maybe
gonna,
you should check your connection.
you see her kind of point the gun again as it kind of crackles with fiery energy, and she's gonna raise that spiked gauntleted fist, itself glowing with this sort of sparking purple, some spell effect, she is going as she's ready for combat once again. Robin, you are right up in her face. What do you want to do?
I look at her as she's, giving off a little speech there and say, are you done? I'm going for a blade combination on her, and I would like to use my net 20 for that.
All right, do it.
So, okay, I just roll it normally, and then I roll, how does it work then? I roll an additional d6?
So you double the dice that you're rolling, the damage dice, because you don't need to roll to attack, but you just roll. So if it's a d8, then you roll
a
two
d8,
d8s.
yeah.
So add an
okay,
extra,
so I roll an extra
add
d8.
an extra d8 to that. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 18.
Is that at her or is that at the robot?
That's her. No, that's her. At her.
Got it.
So hold on, that's an 18, and then because. Okay, no, I don't get my sneak attack
Nope,
damage.
'cause
That's too
she
bad,
doesn't
but
have-
yeah.
she doesn't have an
Following
ally.
up with a scimitar. 10 is not gonna add. I take it. Nope. So still, that's 18.
10. Sorry, say that again.
It's 18. Yeah, the scimitar attack was a 10. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
not gonna
Okay, I thought
hit.
you said 10, so that's 18. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, I
It's
got it.
12 From
The 18 damage does hit. So as she's standing up, you just manage to kind of lunge in and jab right into her android stomach, puncturing through the armor and hitting. You feel it kind of hit some kind of machinery or organs behind it as you sort of twist the blade as it kind of almost punches out the other side as you're like right up face to face with her. Anything else?
I just gonna stare her down.
All right. All right, cool. So that means that is Figboot. It is your turn.
All right. Would I know, as Figboot, would I have a knowledge or have seen an ape before in my life?
Roll me a nature check.
All right, that's what I thought it would be. God damn it.
Probably not.
Okay. I would say that the Ridgebark do know about goats, though, and I've probably seen a goat.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Okay. With that, Figboot is going to go into Fig Goat and turn into a giant goat.
Not goat boot.
Goat boot. Yeah, that's better. I like that.
Go.
I'm gonna
Hashtag
go
goat.
to giant goat, which still meets the challenge rating that I can
Okay.
transform into. And with that, then I would like to make a ram attack against the robot.
All right. Let me see.
So
Let me see if I have
I
a
have
goat.
all. Yeah, I have all the stats. Just so you know.
I do have a goat.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
Goat boot.
Prepared
Yes,
DM is
that's beautiful. It's not. It doesn't go over my token. Is it over my token for you?
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, for me it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's not for me, but we're in anyway. So now I'm a goat, a giant goat,
Mhm.
and I am going to ram the robot.
Okay.
So that's going to be d20 plus 5 to hit.
Or more like. This is just-
God damn it! That was my roll.
What, the
I rolled
13?
I rolled it. Yeah, I rolled a god damn it.
13 is just not enough.
Oh, I hate you. Okay.
It's big,
Oh,
but it's not that big.
I just realized
Mm.
because I'm not a circle of the moon, I technically used my action to transform anyway. So never mind.
All right.
No.
I'm provoke an attack of opportunity, I guess, but yeah, I'm gonna move over this way, still as a goat. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Then I'm gonna move there.
Okay. It is going
Nuts.
to take a shot with its taser at you.
But
Diagonally,
isn't
I'm
he
not
technically
still within.
I was gonna say.
Give me 1 second here.
I don't know how diagonals work with combat.
Um,
Because if so, then I don't need to move there. I just
oh, it's when it moves out of your reach.
yeah.
Okay.
Technically, I'm within 5 feet. I
Yep.
don't know.
Nope.
how
You
want it.
haven't left its reach, so.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's my turn then. I just end there as a giant.
All
bird.
right. Got it. Quinn.
So I take it Quinn wouldn't be able to go down the ladder, walk over to.
He can jump down.
But can he use? Okay, then he would have to make like an athletics or something like that.
It's only 10 feet.
Okay, so basically, can he get to her with his movement and then still use an action?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, cool.
I
Then
mean,
he's going
he's
to do
10
that.
feet up, so he can make a pretty solid leap.
Okay, so I don't have to roll for that.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Yeah, he's just going to walk up right in her face and
All
do the
right.
step.
Go for it.
No.
That one, not gonna do it, unfortunately. No.
I suppose that means that he also won't get the hunter's mark if he didn't.
No, the damage only happens if you make a successful attack.
Okay.
Yeah. So he will make the leap. He will kind of land and start running, but I guess he probably didn't realize how the momentum he has. So as he's actually gonna like overswing
fast.
just a little bit. Yeah.
Almost hitting me, probably.
Yeah, like it was a lot of momentum in that leap, and he was not ready for it. But he is in melee. He is up there as he kind of catches his breath. Karak just landed on her feet. She's gripping her axe and is just frenzied raged. What does she want to do?
So... Zach, you muted.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. She is going to run up to the robot, and seeing that her friends have the lady covered, she's just going to go for some plain swings. So first one, reckless.
all right.
So that's an 8 to hit.
8 is not gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the next attack as a bonus action. 20.
20
That's
will
much
do
better.
it though. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
There we go.
nice.
17 points of slashing damage. Against the
All
robot.
right. Ooh, man.
Nice.
That.
Very nice.
All right. She kind of, as she rushes forward, just one swing kind of catches the edge of the door. But as she brings her axe up, she's going to kind of bring it up in a screaming, arcing smash, and just smash right through the robot's one of its grappling arms, breaking through the mechanics, the metal plating and circuitry flying everywhere as she clips the one of its hovering fans. As the robot begins to sort of spin and list in the air as it struggles to right itself, kind of flailing around with its other arm and its taser gun. It is pretty heavily damaged. You know this. You guys can see sort of the shower of sparks coming out of this thing. It is not in great shape.
Yay.
Great.
And she's gonna stay there, I believe.
All right, as she kind of grips this thing, gets ready to try and rip more limbs off. So at the top of the round, more pulsing energy sort of shooting up, and more rumbling from the reactor as sort of flashing warning sounds come from the computer terminals nearby. You guys don't really know what it's for, but you feel the room is still rumbling. Gwyn, what do you want to do?
Since I'm 10 feet, actually, I'm gonna move. Can I? Is the computer terminal here?
There are, yeah, I mean, we'll say there's some like all up on this platform,
Okay, I'm gonna get to one.
like
And then
right,
from-
like right over here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, before I do that, then, how visible is Mayanda?
I mean,
me
you're
right now.
you're 10 feet above, so you can see right down to her.
I can see right down. Okay.
Yeah.
Before I go to the computer, I want to cast another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Hold on. Ugh. It's a 9 anyways.
That will not do it. As you kind of you kind of put you like nervously put this destroyed hand forward, and you try your best to channel energy, but for some reason you can't really control these tentacles yet. You don't know what's going on with this limb, and you just sort of feel a pulse of energy, but no blast comes out.
All right. And I'm gonna rush over to the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let's say.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at it and see if I know anything about what is on the screen.
Do you speak Androfan?
I did not know that was a language I could choose, so I suppose not.
Well, then what you will find is
Yes.
that let me check right here. There are there are sort of like there are all kinds of symbols and flashing things on this screen. You don't quite know what they say, but it looks like they are something is up. Like they've changed somehow, and they're flashing something that looks probably like a warning.
Right. Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna shout out. Does anyone speak this language? Can anyone read this?
Quinn's kind of like dueling with Mayanda. He says, "A little busy right now."
All right. I'm coming down. How far have I moved so
I don't
far?
know, like 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, I'm gonna use 5, 10, another 10 to get to the ladder. And could I go down the ladder?
Yeah, you can start climbing down.
Okay, I'll start climbing down. Be like, right, swap.
All right. So that means that is your turn. We are gonna go to the collector robot. Sorry, who I skipped over. In a last ditch sort of screaming tailspin as this thing kind of bumps and crashes into the walls and tries to right itself. It is going to. I need my D20 for this. Oh, interesting. Just 1, 2. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. You guys. You guys watch as this robot, which is like spinning in the air. It's like it has one damaged rotor, like hover fan, and the other one is still working. So that means it's having trouble kind of staying, up in the air and staying on course. And it keeps like smashing into things and kind of twisting around and side to side. And as it kind of lifts up off the ground, you guys are gonna watch as it sort of like. It's gonna list like dangerously to one side as it is going to careen over your heads this way and keep going this way. And as it does, you guys are going to watch in slow motion, almost in slow motion, as this giant sort of sparking damaged robot is going to list sideways heavily and begin crashing right into the front of the giant reactor.
Okay.
Yay.
And as it hits the reactor, you guys hear kind of the really nerve-shattering sound of the glass, like the plexiglass or whatever, like the thick glass tube, kind of cracking, like as you guys watch as the pulsing energy begins kind of like surging against the walls of this reactor tube.
Boys and girls, This is where we run.
Mayanda is gonna kind of like, you watch her as she watches over her head with a scream at like, just as she says no, and she's gonna level her pistol almost not in time as looks like she's gonna fire at this robot, but she doesn't get to it in time as it smashes into the tube of the reactor. And then as she does, she's gonna look back at you with kind of a horrified look, and she says, "Do you have any idea what you've done?"
No. Do explain.
No, actually, could you tell us?
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
She's gonna
Oh,
sort
I'm a
of
goat. Sorry.
yeah. She's gonna kind of straighten up and sort of, with her pistol still there, she says, "Very well. If this is what the Lord desires."
What does he desire?
Robin,
This is bad.
Robin, it's your turn.
This is bad for us.
Bah.
You're muted.
Thank you. Yeah,
Tyler.
it's time to stab her again. But as she asked, I also said no when she asked, do you know what's going to happen? So yeah, blades out. No, that's not going to hit. Scimitar.
Do you get advantage for having an enemy flanking?
No, I don't have something like that.
That's just in general.
I don't think so. I get my sneak attack damage if one of my allies is in 5 feet range of.
Give
Flanking
me one
is,
second. I'm checking right here.
Is flanking maybe a Pathfinder thing? I've never
It's
heard of that.
it's a general rule that a GM can choose to adopt from the.
Oh,
DM.
okay.
No. So the term is like, I was asking if you get advantage for having an ally in melee against the same enemy with you.
I think that's an assassin thing. Let me double check, but I'm quite sure that I didn't see that. Like not in the general description and not under Arcane Trickster.
Flanking is usually a general rule that a DM decides.
No advantage. So it's just the sneak attack. Got it. Okay, so Robin, yeah, I was just asking. Because I never remember whether you get that in position.
I did totally forget about the fact though that I have cunning action. I need to, for the next sessions, I need to do a little post-it.
All right. So Robin, what do you want to do? You make one attack.
Yeah.
You
So
get another one. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the assassin ability. Okay, my bad.
22.
22
that
will
should
hit.
Nice.
Oop, come here. 4.
All right. Plus 4. All right. As you guys kind of gang up on her, you lay a slice into her arm. Figboot, you are on the other side. What do you want to do?
I'm going to. Can I look at the reactor and ascertain its what it like if the robot has fully crashed into it and this is a dire situation kind of a thing? Can I like gauge?
How much do you know about technology?
I don't have built-in technology checks, but I could make like an intelligence check.
I will. Yeah, I'll let you make an intelligence roll.
Okay. 12.
So you see sort of the glass of this reactor core is damaged, and this robot has kind of smashed into it pretty hard, sort of taking some of the metal machinery and bits around it with it, as the robot is now kind of careening down into the ground. With the warning sort of klaxons blaring in this room and all of the sort of computer monitors flashing with strange symbols, your best guess is that something has been damaged. You don't know exactly what's going to happen when the reactor is damaged, but your best guess is it probably, if it's this loud, it probably isn't good.
Okay. I would like to... And is the robot kind of out of commission? Is he just like fully crashed in? Like, is he
It can. It's like at this point it's kind of drifted this way. It can still make an attack if you get near it, but it's pretty much lost control.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ram our lady friend over here.
Okay, go for it.
So that's going to be +5 to hit. Roll a d20 plus 5. 15.
15 will. Let me see what her thing is.
I don't think it does.
15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
And then at that point, I would like to move right here. Technically still within her reach, I think.
Yep.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, cool. Which means that we're going to Quinn, who is probably freaking the fuck out right now, as he's gonna say, guys, he says, either we should do something or we should get out of here, because I don't want to be here when this thing overloads.
Mate, I said swap. Computers over there.
He'll kind of like pry himself away from I guess Mayanda then and start running up towards the ladder.
Does she get an attack of opportunity?
She can take
I
a
could
shot.
keep her.
Yeah, no, she can take a swipe at him.
Gotcha.
He would take that.
All right, so here is her her melee swipe. 18.
Yep.
Ouch.
For 2 damage
Alrighty.
of shock damage from her thing. He will do his best to sort of scramble up onto this platform and begin looking at the things. Whoever's doing his sheet, can you do me a favor and roll
Yeah.
me an intelligence technology check?
Yep. Coming up. Technology. Oh, so that's no wait. Doesn't he have that? Oh, there, found it.
Yeah, he should have it on his sheet somewhere.
Oh.
Oh man, he sees a lot of warnings, but he can't. He's having trouble figuring out what's going on. He may need some time here. The best thing, but since he can read Androphin, he can sort of read. I guess whoever is controlling him would know this. He can sort of read that the monitor is blaring a warning that says reactor core damaged, failsafe initiated.
Okay. Would he know what this failsafe means?
He'd have to find a way to learn to research. He doesn't know about this
Okay.
reactor inherently.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is. You guys see kind of hear the hiss as some sort of pink vapor is like emanating from the crack in the glass as the reactor is still shaking. The whole room kind of rattling as Quinn does his best to figure out what's going on. Karak, what is Karak doing?
Karak is going to run over to our lady friend. Now, do you have the optional rule of flanking that if you're on opposite sides of an enemy, you get advantage?
No.
Okay. She's going to stand there then, and she's going to make 2 attacks against our lady friend.
Come on.
17.
Yes.
I dropped my tissue. Yeah, 17 will hit.
And the second one as a bonus action is 14.
The 14.
Oh, both are reckless actually. So the
Then both will hit.
advantage-
Both
yeah,
will hit.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So here's the first one. 8 and 8.
All right.
16 total.
16. That is gonna bring that up to. All right. She, as Karak, just with a scream, of a bellowing roar and an axe above her head, just kind of with slam, and Mayanda's kind of caught from the back by this this heavy axe blade, slams down one, and then another just smashes through. You see kind of the chainmail bits from her armor flying off. You see her skin is being torn as she is looking haggard. She has taken a lot of damage. She is destroy me. We will all join the master here.
Now you see, only my master is called the Master. Yours is just called something else. All right. Let's just make that very clear right now.
And the is written with a capital T. The master.
Yes.
All right. She's in bad shape. She's not looking great. Gwyn, what do you want to do?
I am going to witch bolt the shit out of her.
All right, go for it.
Does she have a DC or do I roll?
Witch bolt, I believe you roll. Let me check.
I roll. Yeah.
Yep.
I roll. Okay.
Yeah, it's just an attack roll.
Yeah.
Attack spell.
Roll. 1d20. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 15. Ouch. Okay. That misses, right?
What's the roll?
15.
Yeah, that is not gonna hit.
Dang. That sucks hard. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking for witch bolt on here. Just to see which one it is. I don't have it. Really? Okay.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Then I'm going to. Huh. I'm gonna run over here, and I forget if whole person is an action.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
is?
I believe it is.
It's a spell.
Never mind. Then I'm gonna run over here, and just actually, no, I'm gonna end up here instead. And I'm just gonna sort of dance and taunt her. Can't get this.
All right.
Can't get-
Which means we are going to the robot, who is going to make a check to see if he can regain control here. He cannot, which means this robot is just going to continue sort of hovering and smash into this wall over here.
Looks like your little puppy has a little bit of trouble.
Sorry. All right, so he has not regained control, which means that Mayanda is going to go here, and she is going to invoke this. Let me just check real quick. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
I like it too.
She is going to, as she stands up, as she kind of helps herself to her feet, you guys see as, with a crackle of purple energy, this sort of purple tattoos and lines all over her face and arm begin to sort of hum and glow with a bright light. And as her eyes flare, she is going to just basically reach up, and we're gonna see who's gonna be 1, 2, or 3 here. It is going to be Karak, as she is going to put her gun literally right up to Karak's stomach, and using a nanite surge to give her advantage, she is going to fire right into Karak's gut. And Karak has a lowered AC because of her frenzied, right? Or is it just
No.
attacks against her have advantage?
The
Yes.
reckless attack gives her advantage.
And
Oh,
attacks against her, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it gives any enemies advantage on attacks
Okay.
against her.
Well, then she's going to channel a nanite burst into. So this is 2d20 plus 6 for her nanite burst. A nat 20.
Wait, what? Is
Well,
that's the damage?
No, that's the advantage roll. That's the
Oh.
d20 roll with advantage.
Okay. Okay.
So she
so
is going.
26. Oh, that was weird.
Well, it's a
Right.
nat 20, so it is definitely
No,
gonna
it
hit.
just it the way you rolled it, it came out as 44. I was
No,
really
I know.
confused.
I
was
just
like,
did.
what?
I just did two. I just did 2d20s.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So she is going to crit that attack right into Karak's gut, which is going to be 2d6 for that, plus 1, plus the nanite burst, which is going to be 2d6. 16 damage. As there is a flash of purple energy as she channels her nanite energy through the gun barrel, through herself, and into Karak. As Karak, you watch as this kind of searing blast of light just from Karak's gut is going to slam into her.
What kind of damage is this?
It is fire and lightning.
So not bludgeoning or piercing or any
No.
of those? Okay.
It is pure energy damage. Alright. So Karak is going to be sent reeling from this blast. As Mayanda is gonna kind of like, you see her gun sort of smoking, the crystal in it sparking, almost lifeless. As she's kind of slumped over, she says, "This was my task. I don't know who you are. I don't know who sent you. But he will come for you."
Yeah, he can. No,
She says,
not with it.
"Hellion will consume all life."
You see this, and I'm gonna point to my tentacles, and we'll be like, does he really have the appetite for this? Is he really gonna consume this? I
And
really doubt it.
You watch as she kind of like spits out a wad of like black oily substance on the floor. She's hunched over. You can see her her sort of pale skin has been opened. There are electronics and kind of servos and hydraulic muscles inside. She is not in great condition, but she is just sort of standing her ground and waiting for something to happen. Robin, what do you want to do?
As she gives a little speech, and then when is answering, I shoot him sort of a sideward glance and say, I look back at her and say, "You two are quite the drama queens." And then I sort of pull back and go in for another blade attack.
All right, go for it.
17.
That'll hit.
So that's 11. And scimitar follow up 16.
That'll hit too.
And then I get the sneak attack.
So that's
23.
plus. How do you finish off this android?
Yeah.
With the rapier, I pin her down so that she can't move, and I guess it's going to become my signature move. But as I'm falling through with a with the scimitar, I'm lopping off her head.
So you just sort of punch your rapier down through her shoulder, sort of pinning her to the ground. And as you raise your scimitar, you kind of with your boot, you hold it there, and just above your head, just slice down through, and you feel it cut through this sort of synthetic pale skin, the servos, and mechanics below, and with a last sort of wide purple-eyed gasp, you sever this robotic head as it rolls across the floor. And just as it does, you hear kind of the crashing in the background as her robotic pet slams into the wall, a loud kind of warning klaxon going off as the reactor is still shaking and rattling even louder. But with that, Mayanda is lying on the floor, kind of lifeless, black oil spilling out of her now severed neck.
I'm looking back to Quinn and I say, "Quinn, any luck? Should we leave?"
Quinn, so now Quinn will sort of look at this computer, and as he does... Oh, thank you for the host, Skagith. What's going on, my friend?
Good girl.
Quinn is going to...
Thank you.
Sorry. Too tempting.
We do that all the time.
Quinn says, he says, The reactor is in failsafe mode, which means it's trying to vent. The reactor is trying to vent, but someone needs to disable the power transmitter on it.
I don't know what that
Where
means.
is that?
He points to those kind of long metal things hanging off the front of the reactor right here. He says
Oh.
someone's going to need to turn it off.
I Misty Step. Wait, are we still in initiative or?
You guys are not technically. I mean, you can get away from here if you wanted. However, the room is shaking, and you don't know if. I mean, this reactor, anything could happen. You don't know if it's stable. You don't know what's going to happen. So, he says he thinks that he can turn on the failsafe, which will re-engage the venting. But he says there's still the power transmitter that's blocking it.
Are we still in the initiative order, or can we move freely, though?
For now, you guys can move freely.
I'm gonna Misty Step up there,
Okay.
and that's my last second level spell slot. And then I'm gonna look at the thing. Right, you there. Tell me what to do. What do I do?
He says he's gonna kind of look back at the group. He says, I suggest you get out of this chamber.
Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna, in frustration, start wailing on the machinery in front of me with the blade.
So what do you guys want to do? You have what's it called? Quinn is sort of operating the computer here. What's called?
Well, I'm a goat.
Yeah. Well, you can transform out of, but Robin, you, Figboot, and Karak are sort of on the bottom level. And Gwyn, you're kind of like hammering at this thing. Quinn tells you that it needs to be removed, but you're like smashing at this thing, and it's a strong device. Like, you don't think you can kind of smash this off with your staff.
Fuck it. Goat, get down here and catch me. I'm gonna move up to the edge
right.
and just sort of teeter.
Karak will kind of, as she's coming down from a rage, kind of like, she says, I can destroy it.
Oh, no. None of you are dying on my watch.
I'm not sure if destroying it. Quinn, what exactly would we have to do with this?
He says, look, the power relay has to be destroyed, it has to be removed, it has to be disengaged. Someone has to do it so I can re-engage the failsafe.
Well, I guess, Karak, you were on a good path there?
Yes, Karak goes up. she would go up that ladder and start wailing on it, I think.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys watch as Karak kind of like she's gonna kind of like give you a glance as sheaths, like puts her axe over her shoulder and just like jumps and pulls herself up onto the edge of the ledge. She says,
Nice.
I suggest you get out of here. You don't want to be in here when the reactor.
I leave my goat form.
What are you suggesting? We leave the both of you?
She says, if something happens, we shouldn't all be in here.
All right. You know what? I have things to live for. All right, I agree. And I'm going to...
I do too, sadly.
I'm going to gingerly jump... Well, not jump, but like slide off the edge and try to catch myself on the ground.
I take a step forward and I say, Quinn, give me the white card. I wait in front of the door, just outside. You and Kuro get out of there, right? Out of here in 2 minutes. I can't give you any more time.
He'll kind of like pull it out from his scarf and kind of like fling you this small like metal card.
Okay, don't take too long.
All right. So Karak is up on this platform, and you see her. Like, you guys watch as you're making your way towards the exit. You watch as Karak is like gripping these metal kind of things. Still sort of exhausted, but she's kind of gritting her teeth. I'm gonna take Goat away.
Can I grab like a sample of Miranda?
You can drag her body out with you if you want.
Yeah. I'll help
Yeah.
you if you're not strong enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's a strength check, right?
No, it's just you can do like if you have help, you can just do it normally.
Yeah,
Like,
I help him drag
Okay.
his body out.
All right.
all right. So you guys pull this android body out with you, and you are going to seal the doors behind you.
Yep. Don't take too long. All right.
All right, and as you guys watch, as behind you, Karak is you guys see sort of as like the doors are closing, Karak is wrenching this metal thing off, and you hear sort of the loud grinding sound as it does. And as she pulls it off, you guys feel the entire deck of the ship shaking. The entire underground structure of the ship begins to lurch and rock as if somewhere beyond that door, like there is an enormous quantity of power that is just being causing huge vibrations to rush through this metal hull. And as it does, you feel it stop for a second, like it's just, and then you just feel it stop. And in it, almost you don't really hear it, but you almost feel like this explosion of energy somewhere beyond the door. There's a loud kind of crashing sound and a pulse, and it just fills the chamber, and you just sort of feel that low, dull rumbling.
Are we moving?
I
And
shoot a
Anyone
look
know
at
if we're moving?
Figboot, worried.
And as you guys are standing there, after there's a minute, another minute, nothing is happening.
All right, let's go. And I start dragging the body. Do I know the way out?
Wait.
Yes. What?
I lean against. At first I feel the door if the metal is hot or warm to the touch.
The metal is not like oven hot, but it hums with sort of with a little bit of static energy.
I look
Open
at.
it.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm going to insert the cart.
All right. As you insert the card, let me change this. Move this here, and move this here. All right. As you insert the card, the door sort of struggles to slide open, and as it does, there's just sort of this billow of hot, pink gas that just sort of emanates from the room itself, kind of filling your vision as you stand there in the doorway waiting for it to clear.
This does
Do
not
we
look
see
good.
Quinn or Karak?
Rock.
As you
Sort of. Oh my God, it's not.
as you shout into the chamber, pushing your way through this kind of billowing pink mist, you hear kind of the sound of glass cracking or crunching or hitting metal, and through the haze, Robin, you can see that whatever happened when the reactor was re-engaged, it looks like that giant glass cylinder, the sort of reactor cylinder in the front, that was right in front of the transmitter, is completely shattered. It looks like it just detonated. The room itself is kind of covered in these singe marks, this kind of purplish, pinkish residue that just smokes with an acrid smell. And for a minute, this room just looks like devastation. Your senses are overwhelmed as you can't quite see anything. And then, sort of out of the smoke, you hear kind of the crunching of glass underfoot, and you hear just a muffled
Quinn, is that you, Karak? I'm here. Can you follow my voice?
You
Are they
guys,
alive there?
you guys see as sort of out of the smoke, like tattered, injured, desert shawl nearly destroyed and burned away, and sort of clutching one arm is the just sort of smoke-singed form of your wasteland scavenger, Quinn. And he's just kind of like standing in front of you. It's all right. The torch, it's back on. And then he kind of
Bastard.
drops down to one knee.
I sort of step
Get him out of
forward
that
to
room.
keep
Get him out of the
him up.
room.
What about? I'm sort of trying to peer into this mist. What about Karak?
He kind of looks up at you, and you just see his eyes kind of from under his mask and his desert scarf, and he just kind of looks up at you and just shakes his head. He says, "I couldn't stop the reactor."
Wait. Oh, well, I'm actually gonna just stay with the body.
It's alright. You
Robin,
did what you could.
look and see if you can see her. I will take Quinn out. He needs to get out of this room, and so
Alright.
do you very soon.
And I
So
just
I'm
start
sort
guiding
of-
Quinn out.
Yeah, I'm sort of pulling. I would have done that right after stepping in, sort of pulling my scarf over my nose and my mouth, and so trying to find my way back in, hands out, sort of very carefully so I don't stumble over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Ah, masked guy, how are you? Did it work?
He says, the town have their fire back.
Oh, good, jolly good. But you sound like you have bad news as well.
He just kind of looks at you just very sternly, and just kind of keeps limping, and he says, "There's nothing for us down here."
I beg to differ, and I'm just going to try to scavenge what I can off of Meanda's body.
Yeah. Mayanda has on her body, she has her now deactivated sort of Inferno pistol, this metallic device with the orange crystal in it. This pistol. She has what looks like the sort of metal spiked gauntlet on her arm. She has a chain armor. She also has on her body, she has her own white access card, as well as some small bits, of rations or survival gear. She also has this what looks like a hypodermic needle gun. Like it's like a hypodermic needle with a trigger kind of thing mechanism. You don't know exactly what it's for. You never saw her use it.
Okay. I'm gonna take all these things, and I'll be like, "Who's up for an upgrade, eh?" And I'd sort of just hold everything up. No one? All right. No.
You're muted,
Well,
Zach.
What?
I said, I think we need to get going. Robin!
Yeah, I'm still wandering around trying to find what's left of Karak.
The reactor, like if you wander around the reactor core, the only it's just smoking wreckage here. However, among there's a lot of rubble. Like the blast clearly knocked over a lot of machinery, a lot of tiles and stuff from the ceiling. So there's piles of rubble around here. However, sticking out of one of them, you will kind of notice the long, sort of shaft, wrapped in like leather and like cloth bandage.
What?
You recognize it's the long handle of her two-handed axe.
Oh, okay. But otherwise, there's nothing.
There's no sign of her.
Yeah, okay. I'm sort of like letting my gaze wander for a few more seconds, and then I'm moving back out.
All right. You rejoin the group. Did you want to take the axe with you?
No. Like, I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna stow away all my loot, and put on the gauntlet.
Okay. You guys are sort of standing out in this.
Actually, on the second thought, I do get the axe.
Okay, fair enough. You guys are sort of standing out in this navigation chamber, just sort of catching your breath. You can feel the hum of the reactor behind you as it seems to, even in its damaged state, seems to have been turned back on. You assume that means the power, the failsafe, sort of channeling its or venting its fire back to the surface. However, you don't know. I mean, according to Quinn, he tells you, he says there's nothing for us down here. We should depart.
I'm going to signal to Figboot, and I start dragging the body over to what looks like a shrine here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drag her body over there
Okay.
with Figboot's help, if he does.
Why do you want to take her over there? We need to go.
Just do it. Real quick. Humor me. Very quick.
Fine.
Okay, and then I spit on her body and give the statue of the hand a nice big finger, and then walk away.
All right. Let's go back.
I don't care.
Well,
if that gold is
wait.
real or fake.
Quinn, do you know if this place will explode or if it's just all good now?
He says, no, the reactor, it has a failsafe mode where it vents its excess energy out through a shaft that leads up to town. She disabled that with a transmitter, causing the reactor to overload its own power cells. If we had left it the way it was, if we had left without changing it, it would have gone critical at some point, but the damage managed to kick in the failsafe, and once the transmitter was disengaged, I managed to set it back, so it was venting normally. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's done so for the last century.
For now,
All right.
let's just get out of here.
You know what?
I don't feel safe leaving that body here, actually.
You
I
know
have
what?
a feeling that if a group can come down here without anyone knowing and mess with this, it's not really a good idea to have another group possibly come down and have an android for free on the ground.
You know what? And
Remember, she doesn't have a hat anymore.
as I say this, I take the gauntlet off and I hand it to the closest person, which at this point is Quinn. What about I stay and I learn how to work this thing, these machines. You go.
He'll kind of your accent, your clothes. You come from Silvermount, don't you?
Close enough, yes.
Would you like to return? Would you like to be stuck here?
Oh God, no. No. Me.
You don't even understand Androphin. How can you work these machines?
I'll learn. I am a fast learner, and as I do this, I sort of wave my tentacly hand.
Why would you possibly stay down here?
Like you said, what if another group wanders down here? What if they
Okay.
mess with the? What if
Well,
they mess
why sacrifice your life? You don't exactly strike me as the.
I'm not sacrificing anything. Once I make sure this place is secure, I'll leave. And who knows? Perhaps my lord master will grant me a life long enough to do both.
I don't trust that, unfortunately.
Oh, good on you.
Leave with us. If you know what's good, if you want to come back, then that's a decision to be made on the surface, but I don't trust you. You were working with the woman we just killed, or the robot. We trusted you this far.
And I did help you destroy her, yes?
Yes, so you can wait to come up to the surface with us. Maybe if you really do want to make these machines work better, you can bring some research down with you when you come back. But we're not leaving you down here.
Besides, how many more of the white cards do you have?
Oh yeah, you took mine.
I did indeed. So why don't we all just go back up for now?
Barring potentially going insane, I'm gonna step back and close my eyes and reach out to the master again. Only this time, sort of massaging the tentacles and.
Okay.
Oh yeah, how it sounds is intentional.
You you sort of close your eyes and you send a message to your patron, your sort of deep elder being, and I'm assuming your message is asking him where, what his plans are for you.
Yeah, or knowledge, or whatever he can give me at that moment.
He will sort of, as you kind of reach, your head is filled with kind of this vision, this familiar vision of the sort of inky void of space, as kind of these black clouds whisper around the edges of your vision, and as you feel your mind sort of drifting farther and farther through this dream that you've had many times, as you gaze into that dark sort of black hole abyss where something that you have sworn yourself to resides, you hear, or you rather than hear, you sort of see the words or the ideas in your head, and you hear the false god divinity must not encroach upon our domain.
I agree, Lord.
Seek the Spire of Silver.
And where's that?
You would know that he is talking or he is referring. You see kind of a vision of this sort of jutting up out of the desert, like a spike of rusting, kind of gleaming metal, is the Silver Mountain itself. This giant sort of wreckage of metal that twists out of the landscape and overshadows the town of Silvermount and sort of the nearby lands where you originally hailed from. Right. It is mysterious and it is dangerous, and apparently it is a threat.
Finally, I get to go home and wreak havoc amongst those who have wronged me. All right, let's go. And I open my eyes and go, righty-ho, shall we? And I begin heading towards the closest, way to the exit.
I kind of shoot a confused look at him and then look at the others. Look at the body of the android, and I said, we could take her head with us. Figboot, would that make you feel better?
Yes.
So then I go and take the hat,
Okay.
the hat of the android, along with Karok's axe.
All right. And so as you gather up Meonda's head and the axe and your group, still sort of injured, bleeding, aching from a battle that affected you all, you are able to find your way back to the elevator and ride the elevator back up to the science deck. Once you do, you can very easily sort of navigate yourself through the wreckage of the laboratory deck back through the habitat module as you pass by the twisting alien plants and the broken skeletons of four-armed aliens that lie on this false desert floor. Gwyn, this is all, you've passed this way before. This is the same way that Meonda came down here. Rather, it's the only way down into the lower decks, up through the habitat module and this fake environment, and then out through the caves themselves. Beaten and injured, you guys sort of intimidate your way past, or you do, I guess, a little bit of intimidation, but the skulks certainly do not want to trouble you, as they, as you've made a bargain with them, and eventually you find your way back to the surface, the oil slick lake. Yes.
Before we actually go up through the lake,
Mm-hmm.
In those tunnels right after the entrance area, we found there was a body of the orc or half orc. Remember
Yes.
the one that?
Yes. Do you need a...
And so next to that, or maybe somewhere near that, but maybe in the area where those beetles
on the
did we
beach?
find the beach. I'm gonna in one of the corners. I'm gonna lay down the axe, and then place the hat. Oh no, I guess we wanted to. Actually, I'd look at the other and say, "Do you think it's alright if we leave the hat here?"
Oh, yeah, it sends a clear message. Do
Well,
not enter.
I think perhaps the denizens of Torch would want to know who helped to bring their power back, and it would be a good memory if we brought it back to the surface. That's my opinion.
All right. No, that's a fair point. So I leave the axe, so look at it and say, well, I hope you find those halflings, my friend. And then,
I mean, like, bring the axe with us.
oh, you mean that is what you meant.
Just, yes, so they can make some sort of memorial. If it's down here, no one will ever see it. I know if I died, I would want you to bring my staff and show everyone, look, this was Figboot.
Do you think
Yeah.
she'd want that after they were that close to witch hunting us through the streets?
Mm.
I think she would really like to be down there and hope that those stupid 3 halflings stood by at some point.
Fair enough. You're the one who picked it up.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna find a nice resting place for the axe.
All right, so you kind of lean it in. We'll say you lean it in the corner, over by that sort of body of the blind time that you fought on your way in, on this beach with the kind of charred beetle corpses. You just prop the axe up against the stone wall.
Yep.
All right, a fitting sort of simple memorial to Karok, the strongest of the half orcs. And as you guys do, you spend a minute, you kind of, pay your respects, and then it's back up through the oil slick lake, back into the town of Torch. It is the early morning hours when you arrive back in town, as your clothes are soaking wet, as you pull yourself up on the shore here. Just bedraggled, injured, covered in lake muck and mud. But as you pull yourself up onto the shore, the sun is kind of just creeping out over the horizon, but already you can hear sort of noise and activity is coming from the town, as clearly people have already been informed and are already abuzz with the news that the fire has been relit.
Right. I have no business with this town, so I shall be on my way. But first, I have no need for these, and I take out all the loot that I got, and I just sort of toss them in the middle, on the ground, in the middle of everyone. Right. Do with it whatever you will, and please don't destroy. Be nice to them.
To the townspeople?
No. To the guns, to the equipment, to the new gear.
No worries about that.
All right. Are they androids too?
What?
You said
Never
be nice
mind.
to. All right.
Never mind.
I think he's just very fond of weapons.
I'm very tired, is what?
Well, I guess. Thank you for your help.
Oh no, thank you for getting me out of that hovel. Ooh, it's nice to be in daylight again. Wind, fresh air, sunshine, all the nice things. Anyway, what's he called? The other guy,
Quinn?
Quinn?
Quinn. Anyway, Quinn, did you say something about helping me to get to the Silver Mountain?
He says, I don't know if Silvermount is a destination we can make, but he kind of turns to the party. He says, we may have relit the fire here, but who knows if they'll accept us or they'll even want us here. But
Not too sure about that.
perhaps there are still things that we need to do. If this power was going to Scrapwall, that means there's someone there that wants it. Maybe they'll try again.
All right. Well, it sounds like your business to conduct at Scrapple. I will be on my way, and hopefully, if we cross paths again, you won't get on my bad side. And I'm gonna turn around and start leaving. And as I do, I'm gonna sort of shoot everyone a quick gaze.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like I'll just kind of shoot everyone.
No.
I'm like,
Eldritch
what?
Blast.
Shoot everyone a quick gaze and try to give them the most evilest look I can muster while smiling, and then just wave them goodbye with my tentacle as I
Shake my head.
start walking
Big boot.
in the direction of the Silver Mount.
Can I make a sleight of hand check?
For what?
I would like to sneak a fig into his boot.
Roll me a stealth check.
So I need to roll perception or passive?
No, you can roll perception against it.
Okay.
Is sleight of hand a 5th edition skill? Oh, hey!
Oh my god, this is perfect.
And my dex is plus.
I don't think you even have to roll.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Oh.
In case you were wondering if you could fail harder than a heart.
Oh,
2 nat ones that are both nat zeros. A natural 20.
oh boy.
So I just kind of like hobble over to you, and I think I'm behind you, but you're just looking directly at me, and I just have a singular fig
Excuse me.
in my
Oh,
hand,
a
and I just start putting it in your boot.
meal for the road, and I grab it and I immediately start eating it and turn around.
No.
and keep walking away.
Big Boot just stands there like,
I'm gonna turn around and look Figboot right in the eye and go, "You, I like," and I'm gonna continue walking away.
I walk over and place a hand on Figboot's shoulder. That I dare say that was not the direction that you had hoped for. But hey, you get to see Durga again. That's something, right?
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Let's get out of here.
All right. So as you guys are going to, I guess, let me let's change this music up. That doesn't seem right. Let me let's get the camp. As you guys make your way out into the city. Day camp. That's the one. People are bustling with activity. People see, like, there are strange looks, as it looks like people have kind of gathered in the market square to sort of talking about the torch coming online. As you guys have to sort of pass through the market square, and you notice that almost the entire council is there too, and Dolga is standing, and she kind of sees you. She and hobbles over. She says, you see right behind her is the sort of droll half elf whose name I
Durham Kai.
Joram Kite. I could not. I was like, was it Sandville? No, it's not Sandville. Joram
It's like
Kite.
Durham Wheat.
Yeah. Joram Kite is kind of standing behind her with his arms folded, and Dolgo will kind of walk up to you, and she says, "So you've done what you promised for us."
Instead of an answer, I'm just going to raise my arm and sort of show her the hat.
I don't know what that is. Who is that?
You see the purple hair?
Yes, of course
That's the woman you sent us after. You got the torch back to work while Quinn here did.
Her eyes go wide. She says, "Then you have done us a great service. The people of Torch might not understand it, and some of them may still harbor some ill will towards you, but in the eyes of the council, at least, for those I have influence over, we will do what we can to stay any criminal charges against you."
Appreciated.
She says, "And of course, there is the manner of the payment that we agreed upon." And she kind of lifts this sort of wooden coffer, like heavy wooden coffer, and hands it to Robin. And she says, "There it is, 2,000 gold, just like we promised."
Thank you. If you don't mind, I think all of us could do with some rest.
She says, "You have earned it, right? But before you do, this woman, who was she? What did she want? Why did she seek to harm us?"
Well, her name was Meanna. She, have you, you must have heard of that cult from the north, the Lords of Rust.
I'm
The
not
ones that
familiar
are-
with them.
They're active in Scrapwall, mostly. Not exactly the type of people you would like to associate with, and she kept talking about her master. He called him, I'll look at Figboot and quote it, Helion, I believe. It
Yes.
sounded like she was believing that she was doing all of this for this Helion master god. I don't know. And then she said that he would come after us for what we've done.
She says, "I don't know if this is Hellion nor these Lords of Rust, but Scrapwell I know. It is not a pleasant place. If these are still a threat, then perhaps there is more work to be done. we can keep ourselves safe. The League does protect us a little bit, but will you be staying or will you be departing?
I once more look at the others, sort of just done with all of it after all the fighting, and then Karakan is just shrugging and being like, we might as well. Kind of talked
We
about it
should
anyway.
Rest and
Well,
think
that's
about
of
it.
course.
No need to figure out if we want to leave now or later.
Quinn, what do you think?
Quinn says, I wasn't made for all this civilized life.
Well, do you mind sleeping in a civilized bed for a few hours?
He says, I can put up with one more night.
Let's all do that. And talk some more once we get up.
All right. And so, as you guys accept your payment, you make your way back to the foundry to meet an ecstatic and overjoyed Councilman Connor Bain, who kind of you regale with your tales of valor and your fight with the detonation of the reactor, the heroic sacrifice, and the relighting of the torch. You also sort of his gaze drops when you mention sort of Scrapwall and the Lords of Rust, and as you in the foundry, your crew, those who remain, share a somber meal and a rest, looking forward to the future, knowing that there are, even if Torch is safe for now, there are still more dangers out there in the wastelands. You guys prepare yourself, possibly eating your meal and taking in your last sights of civilization as you possibly prepare yourself to head out into the wastes and find out what dangers you can protect yourselves and others from there. And I think that is where we're going to end it for tonight, because Torch is safe and you guys have your sights on bigger dangers out in the world.
Yeah.
And thus will conclude the first chapter of Iron Gods, as our party has saved Torch. They have they went underground. They braved the underground network of spaceship ruins, aliens, and robots. They relit the reactor, and they made it out alive, even though there were sacrifices. So I think that is where we're going to end it for the night. But of course, before we go, let's stop. Let's put on some music first of all, and let's talk to our cast. Let's get a little bit of some ideas. What do you guys think about? What you guys are, if you guys are looking forward to more dangers out in the waste, in the lands of Numeria, things like that, and of course, anything you guys want to discuss as this chapter comes to a close. I'm gonna put you on the Numeria map, so you guys can see where everything is right now. So let's talk to Petra. What's up?
That was quite the dramatic fight. I was actually a bit nervous at the beginning when you said cleric. I expected you to throw some really mean spells at us, and none of us is. I mean, we had Aiden's character with us, but none of us is a full blown or was a full blown arcanist. So I was a little bit, but when it went well. Sacrifices were made, and I'm looking forward to just see another place, see the wasteland, and then Scrapwall. Also, Aiden, thank you. I greatly enjoyed your character. It was so easy to just play off of him and his antics. It was a lot of fun.
I live to roleplay. I may roll like shite, but I will roleplay the shit out of my characters. Just
No, he was awesome. He was a little bastard. He was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
He was very good.
well, next time y'all have me, make sure to look me up in wherever my character is going to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, we
Maybe you run
Mhm.
into him again.
yeah we might find him out in the wastelands somewhere. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next time he'll be a villain. Who knows? Ooh.
Yeah,
That's what-
I've
that's
definitely
what
played some
Luke's thinking.
PvP on D&D, unintentional, right? But that was pretty good.
Oh man. So Petra, why don't you tell people a little bit about who you are, what you get up on the internet, and where they can find you, all that good stuff.
You can find me on Twitter. You have the handle right underneath down there somewhere. Role-playing wise, Iron Gods is at the moment my only campaign, but sooner or later I'll probably invite myself into another game. And when I do, I will let you know.
Fantastic. Go check her out on Twitter. Of course, go follow her, go show her some love, and thank her for being here, as always, and bringing an interesting and complex character to the party in Robin. A lot of fun there. Looking forward to see more of what she does in the future. What about you, Zach? Man, what do you, your hair's looking a little frazzled.
Yeah, it was a long battle. The afro's a bit diminished. It's a bit crazy, but that's what usually happens when you fight with an android and a robot, and you get all your pink mist and
In all the wrong places.
in all the wrong
And
places.
you see somebody fondling their tentacles.
A tentacle.
Mhm.
Oh yes. I
No
love
one
my-
has ever denied the fig.
I don't-
Oh yeah,
let,
that was.
let alone eaten it.
I ate it.
Fig,
It's like a telltale.
So
It's
here's
like the
Fig Boot will
here's the thing,
remember this.
Aiden,
Bigfoot's
here-
first enemy, arch nemesis.
Here's the thing we all learned the first session is that Figboot is not a surname, it is a description.
Gotcha.
So technically, Aiden, your character could have become a fig boot. Well, I don't know if being a dwarf is also a prerequisite for that.
You don't know.
Maybe
But
you could be.
I'm thinking the next time we level, that Figboot might take multi-class into something that has to do with fucking up people that deny his figs.
That is a class.
Maybe like a
I-
warlock.
So I am going
something.
to be a villain after all.
At least a Figboot, yeah.
Fig Boot.
Hey, that was pretty good.
As you can see, I
Hey, that's
have
pretty
a
good.
bushel of figs behind me to eat.
yeah.
Dude, if he
But-
puts his if you put a fig in his boot, would you be too furious?
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
You had to try, Espen. You had to try.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to be level 5 because we're gonna be level 5, right?
Right.
Eventually.
Oh.
Next time.
Don't worry, I'll
next
send you
time.
the information about that. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah, Figboot, he's pretty much useless when he hasn't rested for a while. He's an old man. If he doesn't get his rest, he can't do shit.
He gets crazy.
So yeah, he gets cranky and then he just is useless.
His
So
arthritis flares up.
yeah, he turns into a big goat. That's the last resort.
Hey, at least
Yeah.
goats
Anyway,
have
so
higher run speed, right?
yeah, so just waiting to see what can happen with Fig and how he can develop and everything, and how his backstory might come out. But yeah.
Oh yeah, there is of course technology. We got some hints at his backstory. I think he may have told a little bit of details there, but who knows what you may find out in the wastes. That is where all the
Yeah.
dangerous stuff resides, and Figboot is no stranger to scavenging in the wastes. So excited for that. Really enjoyed the character, by the way. I think it was a really fun. It's just a really funny and fun personality. I hope that one day he can find true love.
Yeah, Dolga's kind of rubbed him the wrong way.
Mm.
Or maybe he rubbed Dolga the wrong way. He doesn't know.
There are
But-
other dwarves in the desert.
Yeah, there are other old ornery dwarves in the desert.
Or maybe one day you will return a hero and she will
Another
realize
dwarf from
your
another
valor.
mother.
Yeah.
Look at me now, Dolga. Is this what you wanted?
Oh my brave, strong, figgy dwarf. Go come here. You look like a right hero.
So tell us a little bit about what you get up to on the internet, where people can find you, what's going on, my friend.
Well, you can find me at this location from the hours of 8 to 5. And I'm just kidding. I am on Twitter. If you look below where my head is, there should be a bunch of letters and stuff like that. Yeah, bunched together. And if you put that into a web browser, preferably a Twitter browser, you'll find more things that have to do with things that I do, if you're interested. And I also have a website that is zachclay.com. I am currently, over this summer, this beautiful, extremely hot, deadening summer,
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
running
miserable.
one-shots for all sorts of demographics, from friends and college students to middle school students. And that's really fun. Lots of home games. And yeah, that's about it. I do a lot of voice acting too, and composition. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely go check him out, show him some love, and if you're in the Bay Area, go knock on his door so you can play some D&D.
Yeah, honestly, if you are,
Bring figs.
bring figs.
Do it. That's the way
food.
he'll know who you are.
Yeah, bring figs and food, and then you're good.
And last but of course not least, we have our special guest for the evening joining us in all of his majesty, Mr. Aiden, here for the big fight and the finale. What did you think, my friend?
Wait, are you asking everyone about me?
No,
or-
I'm asking you about everyone.
Oh, about everyone.
What do we think about you?
Well, he's
Everyone, on a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate Aiden, please?
he's Asian.
Like 2. No. I mean, if you ask me that question, I'd rate everyone a good big fat 11. Yes,
Fig
big
11.
fat fig.
A fig out of 10.
I love Noel's characters. I love the setting. I'm actually, speaking of which, I'm actually doing not exactly Iron Gods, but a sort of 5th edition port of Planescape. So there's some technology in
Yeah.
there as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my friend.
I hope to guest a little bit more often.
Well, we are obviously, you are always welcome back. We will gladly have you anytime. So, but before we kind of get
Yes.
into all of that and our final stuff, just tell everyone a little bit about who you are, what you get up to on the internet, where people can find you, all that good stuff.
Alrighty. So as you know, my name is Aiden Chan. My Twitter handle should be under my face. It's at Aiden Chan. I am on Twitch, and I am going to start streaming me composing D&D, specifically a certain popular Dungeons and Dragons stream by
Maze Arcana? Just kidding.
it goes by CR.
Oh, yes.
But yes, I compose fan music for that, and so I'm gonna start streaming me composing it. And actually, I don't think he's the official composer for that show, but his music is definitely used on the show, and we're actually working together to remaster what I've done so far. So so there's that. You can find all my music on YouTube, and the link to that is youtube.com/c/Aiden Chan Music. And let me see. My Tumblr is pretty much a repost of all my YouTube stuff, so that's redundant.
You should definitely go to the YouTube, because not only will you find Critical Role music, but you will also find some music with another really cool logo on it.
Yes.
Because Aiden is a fantastic composer, and that's why he's the one who did our amazing Writhing Moon theme with its which, by the way, I don't know if I told you this, but every time I hear that, it reminds me of the Batman the Animated Series
Oh my
theme.
god.
And it's like I had to actually go listen to that to make sure it wasn't like exactly the same. It's actually very different, but I can't help think of the Batman show when I listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, when I compose, I like taking the emotions from different pieces and compose something that I want to listen to. That's pretty much my
Yeah.
process. It's like I'm not fully satisfied, so let me compose something that will make me yeah. So yeah, I totally get that. Like with my Percy's theme, everyone's like, ooh, I hear Sherlock. Ooh, I hear
Yeah.
Page Shuffle or whatever. Or lately I've been getting a lot of Castlevania comments, and I'm just like, yeah, I get
Mhm.
it. I get that because when I listen to those soundtracks, the first couple months, I'm hella satisfied, and then like now I'm just like, I've listened to this so many times.
Yeah.
Doesn't say hi anymore. I'm chasing a dragon with this music, so I gotta compose. So, yeah.
Well, it is all awesome stuff, and we're glad to have him working with us. Hopefully, in the future, doing some more themes once we, once we work out some stuff, maybe. But definitely go check out all his music because it's just really cool, and he's an awesome guy, and I love it.
Thank you.
So, man, that I think is going to be it. Of course, we're gonna go find someone online to pass the love on to, because as always we like to host someone here tonight. We went a little bit longer. Sorry guys for the extra hour on the session, but we know we were going to do that. So let me look online and see who's streaming. You know who is? What is he doing? I wonder what he's doing. Sorry, I'm just checking what one of my friends is doing right now. But for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Askren. I am the host and dungeon master for the evening and for everything here on Exploding Dice. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for sticking with us for Iron Gods. I hope you enjoyed the first season. We will definitely be back with more new stuff, new technology, new monsters, lots of new stuff. However, this was the sort of the send-off for some people, because unfortunately, due to work scheduling, Tiger will not be rejoining us for the second season. She is all our love goes out to her, and we hope she can come back in the future. But her character, who knows, perhaps dead or smoldering in a crater, wishing you guys or cursing you guys for leaving her there. But
And taking her axe.
yeah. But we do hope you guys will tune in, because we have some new players coming in, some new stuff prepared for you. So keep your eye on Twitter for the next coming weeks for the new season and chapter of Iron Gods. As we move out of Chapter 1, Fires of Creation, and we move into Chapter 2, The Lords of Rust. And it is going to be awesome.
Sounds like a Mad Max installment.
Oh yeah, no, there's some Mad Max in here. There's some Borderlands. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. I can't wait. Valley of the Brain Snatchers. There's all kinds of great stuff. So I think that is going to be it. But before we get out of here, why don't we go ahead and shout out our host. First of all, I want to thank you guys for the host. Thank Firebringer and Judo Killa for the donations before. Thank you Garcade and Axis of Anarchy and Clarity DTV and Gary and Tails and Zircon5 for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us. We are gonna we're gonna go offline, but we're gonna be hosting my friend Eric Vulgaris. If you guys missed it, I just played some Mouse Guard on Monday with him DMing and my friend Bubbernaut, and it was a ton of fun. I went in wanting to kill a snake. We did not fight a snake, but we did in fact spend an hour and a half renegotiating a trade deal, and it was just as exciting, I promise you. Because in Mouse Guard, everything is a fight, whether it be negotiating a trade deal or beating up a snake or doing something else. It's all like it's like a card game. You have to like beat your opponent by choosing the better maneuvers, and it was a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing more Mouse Guard. There may actually be some Mouse Guard coming to the channel. I will be talking about that in a little bit. But for now, we're going to go raid Eric Vulgaris. So here is the raid command. ! Raid. Eric Vulgaris. And I'm going to copy and paste that. I want you guys to jump in there. He's painting some minis right now, so I want you to show him some love. Join in. I will be having some mini painting streams coming up in the future, so I want you guys to look forward to that. As always, if you're not following on Twitch and Twitter, please do. If you enjoyed the show, please consider becoming one of Dice Thulu's minions with the big subscribe button down below. And as always, a big thank you to Sirenscape and Epix Haven for sponsoring the shows. We love you guys. Your music was amazing tonight. That's going to be it for us, guys. We'll see you next time. But as always, thank you for watching. And don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might make your hand explode and replace it with tentacles.
This is my wave from now on. Every time I guest on here,
Tentacly wave. We'll see you next time,
Ooh,
guys. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Feeding
All right,
boot.
see y'all.